Well, hey. I got something new. Actually, I don't know if this is bottom. Oh, this is the bottom. Hang on. Okay. So the other day, if you'll recall, we did the video about the mixing board stuff, and I told you that I was selling that and I was getting something new and cool and more compact. The new, more cool, compact thing came in this humongous box. Let's get it unboxed. I bought from Zounds. We'll leave a link to this stuff on Zounds if you're interested in anything like this, or do me a favor and use my link. That would be great. They track that stuff when this is not a sponsored video or anything. I paid for all this, but they track that stuff like when we refer people to them. So, and it does help the channel out a little bit. It's not a lot, but it does help it out in the future, like when they do want to sponsor a video or whatever. So anyway, by the way, my name is Dylan. This is Dylan Talks Tone. We have like 450 videos. Make sure you subscribe. Okay, now that we got all the plugging out of the way, let's get these things out of these boxes. Okay, so first of all, let's discuss Interphase. When we were talking last week about simplifying our interface so that when we plug into the computer, we can just come in here and hit record. Box in a box in a box. Focusrite Scarlett 6i6. It's gonna give us 2 microphone preamps. It's gonna give us 2 headphone amps. And on the back, it's gonna give us SPDIF for a digital interface for the Kemper. That's why we bought it. In the box, for those of you that don't know, comes with stuff you can plug it in all over the world. USB adapter. The unit itself, you see how small this is and how simple this is. This is why I got this. How about that? A matching USB cable. This will plug into the computer. We have SPDIF, MIDI, 4 line ins, or 2 line ins, and 4 line outs, and so those will go out to monitors if we wanted them. Although we sold the monitors, we're doing something different for that. So super basic, but the SPDIF is why I got the 6i6. The one I suggested to you in the end of the last video was the 2i2, which is the simpler version of this, but for our demonstration purposes, when we get this all set up and we do everything, it's gonna have the same exact preamps in it, and it will be just as easy for you. The only reason I got this is because of that SPDIF thing for the Kemper. But when we start talking about setting up and coming in here and doing recording and stuff, the same basic principles will apply. And it will fit right there in that little corner on the desk, which is really cool. That's not the only toy I bought. Don't eat these. I've been really jonesing for a good microphone for a while. So we got 2 of the same. There's 2 of them here. This is the Neat King Bee condenser microphone. This is a company that was owned, well, the 2 guys that started it left Blue, started their own. I actually think it was owned by Gibson for a while. I'm not sure after the bankruptcy and all that if they are still owned by them. I don't know. But I like Blue microphones, but these were like the Blue microphone, the Blue condenser microphone's like $200. This thing was like $139. So I wanted to give it a shot. Apparently the packaging, they're really known for their packaging. Some directions, some foam, fits into that little thing right there. That's pretty cool. I've heard about this. It comes with some like little desktop dude that looks like a bee. I don't really know what the deal with that is, except for I do know that the serial number, registration number is on the bottom of that. So there's your little King Bee. Here is the microphone itself. Now you might say, well, that thing is ugly. It's like got rubber, it's heavy. It's a metal piece. You talk into this side, XLR on the bottom. Feels really nice. So there's that. Looks like a bag to carry it in. Oh, I've heard about this too. I watched a bunch of videos on these things before I bought them. This is a pop filter. It fits on there just like so. It comes with this killer vibration mount. Somebody said something to me the other day about having that in front of my face while I was making a video, and I was like, well, it's kind of where the mic goes. But there is your neat King Bee condenser microphone. These are supposed to sound really amazing. The demos that I've heard on YouTube and stuff so far are awesome. Let me get this stuff set up and we'll do some demos. So we're back, and it's a few days later. I've kind of rearranged a bunch of stuff. I actually rehoused my computer to save some space into a smaller, more modern case. Irrelevant to what we're doing here, but it was fun. Let's just go over the basic setup. So we have the computer, and we have the Focusrite 6i6, and then we also have the neat King Bee microphone. So the general setup here is the microphone plugs into the 6i6. Now, if you have a 2i2 or one of the more basic ones that doesn't have, I'll show you why in a minute, but one of the more basic ones, it's going to work basically the same way. The two knobs to the left on the Focusrite 6i6 are the microphone preamps. You plug a microphone into it, and as long as they're blinking green and not peeking out, you're good. And then that goes into the computer. The Focusrite 6i6 is a USB plugged into the computer, and then we're using a DAW. I'm using PreSonus Studio One because it came free with a piece of software that I had. We're going to do probably a video on some of the different free recording softwares and some of the options that you can get there. But this was just kind of to give you a test of this new setup that we've got. The other thing that I have here obviously is the Kemper. The Kemper goes into the back of the 6i6 through a SPDIF connection, which is a 100% digital connection. That's why I got this model in particular. And that's basically it. Super, super simple. A set of headphones. And literally when I came in here, once I got everything set up, I came in here, I literally set the camera on the desk. I hit record on the camera. I hit record on the computer, and I just went. Now, if we had a guitar, we could do the same thing. So I'll tell you what, let's plug a guitar in, strum a few chords, and see how it works. Okay, so we just did a quick swap to set the microphone up to where I could stand up, and then also plugged in the guitar to the Kemper, turned it on, added a track for it, and hit record. And this is what it sounds like. Super simple. Plug in the guitar and go. Now, it took a little fiddling to get to this point. If you want me to do a how-to about every little thing that we had to do to kind of set this up to get to this point, we can do that if you like. Put it in the comments below. But I just wanted to kind of give you a quick run through of my new setup and how I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use this microphone probably with this camera for a lot of our live shows. You've probably already seen that if you are subscribed to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. And when we do demos and stuff, this is how I'm going to record the guitar because it makes a lot of sense. Before I had to go like 2 channels in stereo, and now we've got this digital interface with the SPDIF and it works awesome. Let me know what you want to see kind of in this context of these videos, DAW wise. I don't know tons of them, but we'll learn them together if you want. And I'll go get them. I'll download them and I'll try them so you don't have to. So maybe we'll do a video about all the different DAWs that are used, that are free. Maybe we'll do a video about all the way through the setup to make sure we get all of this right. There was some little fiddling that had to be done and understanding routing and stuff like that. If you want me to do that, just let me know in the comments. But for now, let's go ahead and go through some of the viewer comments from a couple of the other videos. It's been a lively place in our comment section lately. Okay, so let's go over some viewer comments. First of all, These Gibson videos are getting a lot of spirited comments, and it's interesting, and I really appreciate the conversation. A lot of people, there's been some pretty angry stuff in there. I would definitely say do research on what trademark law is, because a lot of people are definitely coming from a place of misinformation. So just make sure you do your research before you like get super angry at me in the comments. The other thing too is I'm going to do more of these live like news flashes, because when I see something that I realize we need to talk about, I'm just going to jump on live and I'm going to say it. That being said, that is a little different format video when we do that. And so, well, let's just get into some of these comments because it addresses that. So let's see. First comment of the day. Yeah, this is it. Patrick Black, housekeeping at the back. Housekeeping at the end. Don't ramble, live or not. Should take 3 seconds to remind people to subscribe. Just trying to help. Don't criticize your audience for giving constructive criticism. Be thankful. I'm very thankful for every viewer we get, for sure. When it comes to people that get in my comments and try to tell me how to run the channel, on the technical videos like the one you just watched, I do take a lot of feedback from those that watch these videos because I want to give you valuable content. When it comes to the live stuff, that's me having a personality. For the last 4 years, I've been super technical on this channel, and I just decided like 6 months ago, I'm like, you know what? I have a personality, I have opinions, I have stuff I want to say, and I'm just going to say it when I want to say it. It's my channel. So on those ones, it is what it is. I'm just going to tell you. I mean, that's all there is to it. But I do appreciate the constructive criticism, truly constructive criticism. But a lot of times people just get in there and just say stupid crap. Christoph Graf says, Graf is an awesome hockey skate, by the way. You look much better without the hat. Good video, though. I'm always going to wear a hat. It's just my thing. Can you, Jesse Hicks says, can you please discuss oiling pale ferro or making it look slightly darker if you get a really orange fingerboard? That can be a problem sometimes. If you just use some oil on it though, yeah, just a normal oil. We'll leave a link to the oil that we use in the description of the video. It's the lizard spit stuff. It's really, really good. And that's what I use on all of my Pale Ferro fretboards. The guitar that I used in the demo for this video was a Pale Ferro fretboard with that oil on the fretboard. I think it looks great. And most of the people that play those guitars, my guitars, you'd never be able to, they wouldn't tell unless I told them that they were Pale Ferro. It happens all the time. They'll pick up my guitars, they'll play them, they'll be, oh man, this is great. And I'll tell them it's Pale Ferro. They won't even know. On our video about Mac versus PC for recording, Brad Hutchings says, my rule is if you're a Mac person and have money to burn, buy a Mac. Otherwise, buy a PC. If you're comfortable building a PC, you can build an amazing 2-screen audio and video editing station for about $2,500 with room to grow in RAM and disk space. So this computer over here, now I bought a couple pieces used. I bought the sound card used, and the video card used, and I bought my monitor used. But all the other pieces I bought brand new. I spec'd it out super gnarly, and I can edit video with it. I can edit audio with it. I can do them both at the same time. I can do everything I want to do, and I have $1,500 in the entire thing. And it is it's an Intel i7 8700K Coffee Lake processor. It's 32 gigs of really fast RAM. It's a solid state hard drive with another really fast storage hard drive. It's a really good motherboard. I've got Wi-Fi in there. What else? An 8 gig GeForce GTX Founders Edition card. It's water cooled now. So yeah, about $1,500 is what I have in the entire thing. And this thing is unbelievable. For me to buy the same Mac spec was going to cost me like $5,800. So I just couldn't justify it. It just didn't make sense. So anyway, thanks for the questions. There's tons more. We're getting dozens and dozens every day because of this Gibson stuff, but it's kind of all the same. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, any stuff you saw today, or you want to see more of it, or more specific stuff, just let me know. Hit me in the comments, and there will be no live video on 4th of July weekend because I'm taking a holiday. And so we will be back with a cool technical video next Monday, the Monday after 4th of July. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you soon.